In this first movie, we're going to create a floor plan. Now the floor plan can be either created in AutoCAD and imported inside 3D Studio Max, or it can be created entirely inside 3D Studio Max. And this is the way I'm going to do it. But before, I'm going to show you how you can import your floor plan from AutoCAD. I'm going to start a new Max scene and I'm going to choose File, Import. And then under Files of Type, I'm going to choose AutoCAD Drawing DWG. Now I'm going to select any floor plan that you would have created in AutoCAD, and I'll choose Open. Here I'm going to accept the defaults and I'll choose OK. And now I'm going to go to my top view and I'll see that my AutoCAD file has been imported properly inside 3D Studio Max. So this is the way how you import AutoCAD files inside Max. But we're going to start to create this complete house plan from scratch inside Max. So I'm going to choose File and Reset and choose No, I don't want to save, and yes, I really want to reset. Now I'm going to switch to Photoshop to show you a plan that I have prepared earlier in Photoshop. So this is a floor plan that divides the room of my house. This is going to be the entrance here, and here I have the living room, bathroom. Here I have 2 bedrooms, and here I have the dinner room, and this is the kitchen, and this is another bathroom, and the 3 blue areas are the balconies. Now, how am I going to create this in 3D Studio Max? The way I created this in Photoshop is that I first started by defining my grid, and then I created the sketch of the plan over that grid, and I'm going to use that to create the floor plan in Max. In Max, I'm going to create this floor plan from scratch. So what I'm going to do is select all of these objects, and then I'm going to right click and choose Freeze Selection. So now I'm going to be able to create with you the floor plan. The way you're going to follow along is that you're going to follow me step by step, pause the movie so that you could create your own steps, and then play it back and continue until the whole movie is finished. So how am I going to start this? I'm going to go to Shapes and click on Line. Then I have to click on 2.5D Snap, and then I right click on the Snap button and make sure that Grid Points is selected. And I'll close this now. I'm going to zoom over this area and I'm going to start here. So this is going to be the start of my house. So I'm going to click here and keep clicking. Now be careful not to drag, because if you drag you might create curved points. So I'm going to use the brackets on my keyboard to zoom in and out from my view. So here I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meters, and then I'm going to click and then go down again by 4. So I have 1 at the beginning, 4 up, 10 sideways, and 4 down. Okay, so I press I on the keyboard to pan, and I'll go 2 to the right, 2 meters, and then go down 4, and then go to the left by another 4. And then I'm going to go, actually this is a point that I shouldn't create here, so I'm going to click on backspace to remove this, because I'm not going to create the inner walls in this parts of the line. I'm going to create just the outer walls. So I have to click here and go down. So backspace would remove your last created vertex. Okay, here I'm going to click there still, zoom out, pan, and click, and keep going until I have reached here. Okay, so here I have 1 meter, and then I have 4, and then sideways I go by 10, and then I go by 4, 2, 4 down, 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 down, and 6 to the left, 1 up, 2 to the left, 3 up, 2 meters to the left, and then 4 up and 2 meters to the left. So this is defining the outer walls of my house, and I'm going to create the inner walls in the next step. But before I create the inner walls, I'm going to create the thickness of my walls. And for that, I'm going to go to Modify. I'm going to expand line and click on Spline. I'll zoom over and select my spline, and the thickness of the outer walls is going to be 20 centimeters. So I'm going to scroll down until I find outline, and I'm going to enter a value of 20 centimeters. So now this will create a thickness for my outer walls by 20 centimeters. Now it's time for me to create my inner walls. So I'm gonna zoom over this area, and I'm gonna click on create, and this time I'm gonna check rectangle, and I'm gonna uncheck start new shape. What this will do is attach the new rectangles to my outer walls automatically. So I will start by creating the first rectangle, zoom out and create the second one. Now make sure that you don't have any overlapping shapes. Okay, you have another wall there. Okay, now notice that these walls are 10 centimeters in width. Okay, and there I need another one. Alright, now for the outer walls here, for the balconies, I'm going to create another rectangle by 20 centimeters. Okay, so moving on, here 10 centimeters, 10, and these are all 10. Again, make sure that you have no overlap. By overlap, I mean that you don't have to go through the other wall, but you have to stop here. Okay, so now I think that everything is properly created. Next, I need to create, yes, I still have to create one here. Okay, next I need to create the arcs that define the door openings. So, I'm gonna deselect this, and I'm gonna notice that all of these are one color because they are one attached shape. So now I'm gonna click on arc, and because I have nothing selected, the new arc is not gonna be attached to the existing walls. So I'm gonna zoom over here, I'm gonna click and drag and go upwards to create my door openings, and I'll do that for every door opening that I have. Now again, start new shape is unchecked, therefore all of the door arcs are going to be automatically attached. And make sure that you use snap, because if you don't use snap, your work will not be that precise. Okay, I still need to create one. I think that's it. Alright, so again I have to select my arcs here and attach the others, because I deselected by accident the other arc when I was creating the last two. So now I have all my arcs attached as one shape. You should not move them, but I just moved them so that you see that all of them are one shape. Okay, next I need to create the balcony. Oh, I forgot to create a wall here for my balcony. So I'm going to do that now. The way I'm going to do it is select this, the walls, and I'm going to click on create line, and I'll create my line over here, and that way it's going to be already attached to my existing walls. Okay, let's see if I have something else that I forgot here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is create the balconies. So I'm going to go and create a rectangle. I'm going to place the rectangle here. So this is going to be my first balcony. And then I'm going to uncheck start new shape, and I'm going to choose line, and I will create my line like so. I'll start here, click, and then press I on the keyboard to pan down. Alright, I cannot create this curvature right now the way it is. I'm going to do it a bit later. So for now I'll just create it as a corner vertex. Click, click, and remember that you have to close your spline. Therefore, you have to go back here, and then go back up, and close the shape. Okay, so let's give this a nice color. It's green. Okay, let's make it blue. These colors don't matter anyway, just selective colors here. Okay, so I press G to hide the grid, and now I need to curve this point down here to create a curved balcony. So what I'm going to do is uncheck snap. I'll go to modify, expand editable spline, and click on vertex. And now I'm going to select this vertex. I'm going to scroll down and choose fillet is equal to 100, and that will give me a fillet of a radius of 100. So now I have my outer walls and my inner walls as one shape, and I have my door openings as another shape, and I have my windows, my balconies as a third shape. Okay, I forgot to create another balcony here. It doesn't matter, so what I'm going to do is click on vertex, show back the grid by pressing G, and choose create line, and make sure that snap is active and go that way. Alright, very good. So now that I have my floor plan created, next I'm going to create the wall extrusion.